Hey everyone, this is B.Bidoofs here, and today we have another LBA battle. This battle is against Eric Nice or Bristol B.Bidoofs, and his team has been doing very well. They managed to beat Geopolitics, which was like the Aqua runner-up last season. That was a ridiculous one because his team is very good and very scary. And he also made a very good comeback. So basically, he's just rapidly improving. This is the best to describe him. Now, the problem when I came to plan against his team is that I can wall his Pokemons, like with Quagsire, Mandibuzz, and Florges. I can wall his entire team, but the issue is I can't really hit his team super hard back. I mean, I can hit it hard, but everything like has a switch in. So for example, Conkeldurr can come in on Hydreigon, and Cresselia can come in on Garchomp, and so on. So basically I tried my best. I brought 3 walls trying to stop them, and then I brought 3 offensive Modest Alakazam, which is ridiculous. Modest Alakazam is nothing to joke around with. Now Manaphy is very scary because Tail Glow could destroy me, but Modest Life Orb Alakazam with Energy Ball can do around 90%, so even if I touch it, it will hurt this thing a lot. I decided not to bring Scizor because he has the Jolteon, which resists Bullet Punch, Charizard X, which completely walls Scizor. Like, even if I get to +6, Charizard X will just come in and destroy me, especially that I don't have a reliable Stealth Rock set upper besides Garchomp, and I can't bring a Wally Garchomp with all these walls on my team. And also, he has the Gligar, which Gligar is actually a set of fodder for Scizor, but you might never know what he will bring in order to stop that. He can take the hits pretty damn well. So, and also Conkeldurr could have Fire Punch. Anyways, I decided to bench Scizor, and I knew he might prepare for Scizor, so this will be a positive thing. So let's start this battle and see how I did. Now we're both 2-0 this season, so we won 2 battles. He won 2 battles, and let's see who will win the 3rd battle and who will lose. Who will take his first loss. So he leads off with Crobat, goes for U-turn, gets a critical hit, and I'm thinking that he's Choice Scarf because he did bring a Choice Scarf Crobat before, because it's a super good lead and it outspeeds other Scarfers, because obviously Crobat is the fastest thing on Earth. So I go for a knockoff because I figured if he's Choice Scarf, I would very much love to knock that off since I have Scarf Chomp with Stone Edge. I go for Taunt because I don't want this thing to set up anything. Knockoff, surprisingly, was the last minute or last second decision. I wanted to bring Toxic, but then I thought to myself, Quagsire has Toxic, maybe I don't really need Toxic. So here he tests the water by going for Seismic Toss, and that Seismic Toss doesn't do anything, and he loses too much because I have Rocky Helmet. Maybe he expected me to have leftovers or something, so I just go for Roast because obviously. No, I don't want to stay in against Conk. He could be Iron Fist or Sheer Force with Ice Punch, so I don't want to risk that. So I go into Lord Varus as he goes for Drain Punch, and this Drain Punch doesn't do too much. I'm thinking I was like, is he Iron Fist or not? And then I calculated before that I can live 3, and he goes for another Drain Punch. As I go for Scald, because I knew he's not Guts. It's a waste to bring Guts when your opponent doesn't have a clear Will-O-Wisper. You should use the other abilities for Conkeldurr, such as Iron Fist and Sheer Force. So just go for Scald, hoping for the burn, and no burn, so that's fine. But what I didn't notice is that I already am at killing range, so this sucks a lot. So he just goes for Drain Punch and kills me, and I think I miscalculated or something. I don't know why Quagsire died. So at this point I go down, and then I decided to go into Florges because he's not Assault Vest, and Moonblast is just enough to send him to the next universe. So I go into Angel Trumpet, and I was thinking maybe I don't know if I should Moonblast or not. The switch to Registeel is obvious, but I really wanted to Moonblast regardless. He could stay in because I did see him use the Poison Jab against the Sylveon against his opponent, which was the Sheer Force boosted. So I thought he might be tempted to stay in or something. But he doesn't do that, he just switches out, which is the correct move, of course. But still, I don't want to overpredict and make a double and then get smacked with this. So he sets up the rocks. Of course, I removed knockoff, so unfortunately this is a downside. Here I go for Taunt. Figured that he will think that that he will switch out, so he will take the opportunity to Thunder Wave me, but he actually goes for Toxic. It works both ways as I taunt him. And he goes into Loud Noises as I click Knockoff. Maybe he predicted Foul Play or something. So I click Knockoff and I knock the Assault Fist, which makes me happy because this thing can't really do anything to my specially defensive Florges. So I go to my special defensive Florges as he will hit the hyper voice. Just kidding. He actually makes the double switch, which is great on his part and puts so much pressure on me. Goes into his na Batman. And this sucks a lot because I have to switch out. I'm forced to switch out. I was hoping here he'd go for cross poison, and I personally think cross poison is a misplay on his part. Because Brave Bird would have done so much to Florges, like insane amount of damage, and I can only Moonblast. I don't get why he didn't Brave Bird. If he Brave Bird, I think he would have 2-hit KO'd this Mandibles and got rid of it. But he just goes for cross poison, not X poison. So here I go for Roost, and when I saw this thing I was so happy. Gligar is faster than Mandibles. But I've invested 84 EVs in speed just to outspeed base 85s, which is the Cresselia and the Gligar. No, I originally intended to outspeed the Cresselia in order to taunt it before it can Calm Mind and do all that shenanigans. But I also outspeed this thing and I managed to knock off. He goes for U-turn, which wasn't worth it whatsoever. But still the pressure is his as I lost one Pokemon and he's still at full health. And he goes into his Manaphy and I'm like, okay, he's definitely going to Ice Beam me. He doesn't want me to knock him off or something. So let's go into Floor, just eat the head up, and then when he goes for Tail Glow and I go for Calm Mind, eventually I'm going to be the winner of this situation because I have Calm Mind and I'm max special defense, so this is good. But he actually goes for Tail Glow on the switch, so I can't really Calm Mind. It will be a losing war. Eventually, even if he gets the burn, I will lose. So I decided to just Moonblast because going for the Moonblast ensures that Alakazam can KO with the Energy Ball. So I go for Moonblast and it does decent damage and I get the special attack drop, which is amazing, which ensures that I can live the next hit. So sucks for him unfortunately, but well, what can I do about Moonblast? So he goes, and again he just goes for another Scald. I was thinking maybe I should Synthesis, maybe I should Calm Mind, but he just goes for Scald and I go for Moonblast, and this will ensure more than just that the Energy Ball's a kill. I'm like, it's super guaranteed now and I don't need to worry about any investments he has. So at this point he will definitely KO me, no doubt about that. So he just goes for Scald or actually Ice Beam just in case I switch. I figured I could live that because he got 2 special attack drops, but actually nothing happens here. Because I'm max HP, max special defense, and Floor just has crazy special defense. I mean, she took the +3 Scald very well. So I go into Da Vinci, and I go for Energy Ball. I didn't want to predict. I didn't think he'd bring in the Crobat, which double resisted. And I figured if Reggie comes in, I will get the Energy Ball on it, and then I will get the Shadow Ball. And I wasn't sure if Shadow Ball would kill or not, but based on the Energy Ball damage, I think it wouldn't have killed. But I just went for it because I figured he's gonna Toxic on the switch maybe, or Seismic Toss. It doesn't matter because I'm not Focus Sash, as long as he doesn't have T-Wave, and he doesn't seem to have T-Wave. So Shadow Ball did kill him, and then he goes into his Crobat. I switch out and go into my Mandibles, the killer, as I'm hoping he'd U-turn. No, this Crobat is a super threat. Now, because it's Choice Scarf, it can't KO my Hydreigon, and it can't KO my Garchomp. But the scary thing is that it's faster than Garchomp, and if Garchomp is damaged, it can just clean up my team. So I have to preserve Mandibles. Now this thing comes in, and even though it doesn't have a Choice Specs, I knocked an Assault Vest off, by the way. But even though it doesn't have a Choice Specs, it is still a threat, and the only thing that can take it on is Mandibles. So at this point, I figured, all right, I'm at full health. Let's try and knock it off. Just to get some damage. I didn't click Foul Play. I figured maybe he'll switch into Manaphy, and I wanted the leftovers to be gone. Here he goes for Boom Burst and gets a critical hit, which sucks, but Mandibles the Beast managed to survive that. As I keep going for Roost, and obviously because he doesn't have Choice Specs, I am winning this war. And funny enough, I don't have any special defense investments. Fully physical, but Mandibles is a fucking beast. So I keep going for Roost, as he keeps going for Boom Burst, and I keep going for Roost. As he keeps going from Boom Burst, he switches out at this point, knowing that, okay, he's probably not gonna get a crit and he's just giving me free health. So I go for Roost, and this thing comes in, and I'm like, okay, you are not going to Roost. Oh no, you're going to be in Garchomp range, and this is the most important thing. So I go for Taunt, just seeing what he wants to do, and he actually goes for Taunt to taunt me, but he doesn't get that. And I go for Foul Play, get some very important damage on him, because combined with the Rocky Helmet, this thing right now is in Garchomp range. So he goes for U-turn, switches out, and then goes into his his Kronk, the Conkeldurr. Again, I have no suggestions for Conkeldurr. B.Bidoofs is standing tall, more than standing tall. So I'll go for knockoff because I don't want him to keep Drain punching me to death. He goes for Poison Jab. There is no poison chance because he later told me that he was Sheer Force. So at this point I can't Roost, because if I Roost as he Drain punches, he will get a super effective hit since I lose my flying type when I Roost. So he goes for Drain Punch here, and I figured, is he going to Mach Punch and should I try to risk it and Roost? Is he going to do that? And I was like, I don't really like, I don't really want to risk it and give him more HP. I just want to kill him and get it over with. So I do go for Foul Play. I didn't go for Roost as he actually went for Mach Punch. And he didn't get the kill. I survived on 3 HP again. Goes into a Nano, which here I think is one of the biggest misplays. I think he should have gone into Manaphy and just clicked Scald. But here he gets more damage to himself. So look at this health. It's below half, and I didn't even touch this thing. Not even one attack. So U-turn, switches out, goes into his Loud Noises. And Loud Noises will Boom Burst me to death. And I will go into Alakazam. Alakazam, obviously, a modest life orb. I already calculated this, it does around 80%, so the crit didn't even matter whatsoever. And I do go for this, and now enjoy the show as the bulky beast is finally, or actually the monstrous beast is ready to show off.
I have total control. There is no need to run. They can't get you at all. Roar like the wind, crash explode like the thunder, slash us like a sword. They tremble with horror and fear, bring the strongest, fiercest enemy to his knees. Burn like the flame, explode into fire. I carry this power. At first I couldn't bear the burden. I just wanted freedom, to live a life of simple need. Then saw armies of steel set fire to the houses.
And this will be it, as Garchomp, the beast, manages to finish the battle. 3 kills and 0 deaths. In the last match, he got 3 kills and 0 deaths. So right now, Garchomp is the MVP of the team. Stole the spot from Roserade after Roserade has 4 kills and 0 deaths. Now Garchomp has 6 kills and 0 deaths. So good job, Garchomp. You're amazing. Last season I didn't use Garchomp as much, so I totally regret that. This is thank you, Garchomp. And yep. So guys, don't forget to check Eric's channel out. He's a very good YouTuber. He always posts his battles. He does play in another league, a league called TBU at the same time, so you can watch double the content. And he has wonderful commentary. And obviously he's a very good player, as you saw from the battle. So go and check him out if you're liking PokeTubers. And yes, so yeah, this will be the end of the battle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Bye.